Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them, and it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now. Observe the movements of the stars as if you were running their courses with them, and let your mind constantly dwell on the changes of the elements into each other. Such imaginings wash away the filth of life on the ground. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Look within. Within is the fountain of the good, and it will ever bubble up, if thou wilt ever dig. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize? Be not as one that hath 10,000 years to live. Death is nigh at hand. While thou livest, while thou hast time, be good. You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. These things are not asking to be judged by you. Leave them alone. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. To refrain from imitation is the best revenge. A man standing by a spring of clear, sweet water and cursing it, while the fresh water keeps on bubbling up, he can shovel mud into it or dung, and the stream will carry it away, wash itself clean, remain unstained. You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. These things are not asking to be judged by you. Leave them alone. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The object in life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. The healthy eye ought to see all visible things and not to say, "I wish for green things," for this is the condition of the diseased eye. And the healthy hearing and smelling ought to be ready to perceive all that can be heard and smelled. And the healthy stomach ought to be. Begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil." Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what's left and live it properly. What doesn't transmit light creates its own darkness. To live each day as though one's last, never flustered, never apathetic, never attitudinizing, here is perfection of character. Humans have come into being for the sake of each other, so either teach them or learn to bear them. Whatever anyone does or says, I must be emerald and keep my color. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? The blazing fire makes flames and brightness out of everything thrown into it. Adapt yourself to the environment in which your lot has been cast, and show true love to the fellow mortals with whom destiny has surrounded you. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by and another takes its place, and this too will be swept away. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, therefore guard accordingly. Look round at the courses of the stars as if thou wert going along with them, and constantly consider the changes of the elements into one another, for such thoughts purge away the filth of the terrene life. Constantly regard the universe as one living being, having one substance and one soul, and observe how all things have reference to one perception, the perception of this one living being, and how all things act with one movement, and how all things are the cooperating causes of all things which exist. Observe too the continuous spinning of the thread and the contexture of the web. Depart then satisfied, for he also who releases thee is satisfied. No matter what anyone says or does, my task is to be good. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. For what else are all these things, except exercises for the reason? There are three relations between thee and other things. Whatever happens at all happens as it should. You will find this true if you watch narrowly. He who follows reason in all things is both tranquil and active at the same time, and also cheerful and collected. Is it not better to use what is in thy power like a free man than to desire in a slavish and abject way what is not in thy power? If mind is common to us, then also the reason, whereby we are reasoning beings, is common. Persevere then, until thou shalt have made these things thy own. Remember that man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone, or not yet revealed. Remember that neither the future nor the past pains thee, but only the present. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire. Perfect tranquility within consists in the good ordering of the mind, the realm of your own. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish.